We'd been a band for 13 years. It was everything, and suddenly it was gone.
You know, McFly is literally ingrained in my bones, and it runs through my veins.
You know, I was Tom from McFly, and it just kind of suddenly felt like I've lost all sense of identity.
Me saying I wanted to have a break had the complete opposite reaction to what I thought it was gonna. There was so much drama attached to it. I'm like,
and nothing, oh nothing is going right.
Me and Harry went over to Danny's to kind of plan, formulate what we're going to do next. And there was a definite, sense of us three uniting, and Dougie had alienated himself.
Me and Danny were like, let's just carry on without him, and because I was so cross, and Tom was just like, guys, come on.
McFly is us four, We can't do it without Doug. And, I looked around my house and there was like discs from our albums and pictures from tours and the awards that we'd won on the shelves. And every time you look at them, it's a constant reminder of what you don't have anymore. So I just took McFly down and put it out of my life.
I felt totally insecure, like, what am I good for? Without this band, I'm nothing.
I was already writing books, ironically, with Dougie before this point. But I was like, do you know what? I don't want to do any other band. I'm going to focus on writing.
And I thought, you've got to just get on with it. And I did some things and it was fun. I had some amazing experiences that I'm very grateful for. But I spent most of my time talking about McFly.
I coped with the break by doing a solo tour, solo music. And then obviously the Voice Kids. I think the boys found it hard that I was doing music, but that's all I knew what to do.
My instinct on that was that, well, if he's doing a solo album, that's McFly's over. Because he's our front man.
What he did wrong was just not communicating it properly, because I think Tom suddenly found out. And he was like, what?
Didn't leave the band to go solo. I was just put in that situation, and for some reason I still felt this almighty guilt for doing it.
It just created this split.
We all just completely ignored each other and didn't communicate. Just remember feeling like we've fallen into some weird parallel universe where everything's wrong and felt like another nail in the coffin for McFly.
On the one hand, I felt inspired because I had friends in Los Angeles who would take me around to see other bands and stuff. And on the other hand, I'm like, oh, man, but my band's broken and it's all my fault. And Valium is like a way of just making all of that disappear.
And so I'd seen Doug a couple of times and just felt like he was not in a good place.
He was talking gibberish, and I was just like, hang on a second.
He went from being quite sketchy to being super chilled and almost dribbling. And again, I was like, there's something wrong, man, there's something wrong.
He's on something. And he'd been clean for 6 years, I think.
The other guys noticed and worked out pretty quickly that I was on something.
And it just became, pretty clear that he was in need of a bit of help. And, just suddenly it's like everything's irrelevant. All the issues are irrelevant.
Having been so angry at Dougie for a couple of years, and then suddenly seeing him go through all that again, I felt really sad.
I was so close to him and I didn't even notice. He was so good at hiding it from me. And that's what's scary about it.
It was a big kind of wake-up call for us all, I think. Because we were like, we've not been there for each other. He's my best friend, and I didn't even know he was struggling.
I said to him, listen, don't freak out, mate, but I know you're taking something. Is everything okay? And then he sort of told me what he'd been taking. He was at lethal dosage.
That's the closest I've come, I think, to really losing myself.
We'd been through it before with Doug, and so we kind of knew how to deal with it this time.
I flew out to this rehab and began a really horrible detox program, which is going to hell and back. I
remember feeling really upset and just thinking, I feel so sorry for Dougie.
So it's quite hard to explain. It was the weirdest time that what was that, my late 20s, just gone. But there was this realization of McFly is non-existent anymore. What the hell is going on?
I remember as well just telling him dude, we're always going to be there. just like he would be for us.
I guess that was kind of an amazing feeling that no matter like what was kind of going on with the band, that just kind of got pushed to the side for a second.
Because with Dougie, he moved in at 15, his parents split up. We were his family. We're all each other's family, really, but probably more so with Dougie. Because we were all he'd ever had to cling on to when there was tough things going on in his life.
One day we'll watch us back with our grandchildren. Our grandchildren.
So he went to rehab and obviously isn't really allowed to talk to you. And his counsellor messaged me, and as part of his recovery, someone had to write him a letter, someone that meant a lot to him. And right. Yeah, it was really tough to write, because as much as Danny and Harry, my best friend, me and Dougie were best friends who did everything together, and we'd lost that.
My connection with Tom has always been a little bit different to the others. I don't know why. Maybe more like sensitive.
Yeah, where me and Danny could like shout at each other and get our emotions off our chest, me and Dougie never did that. It all remained inside. And asking me to write down the things he'd done made me realise, he was taking responsibility for things that weren't on him. When you start, feeling like, oh, okay, he blames himself. And I've been blaming him, but the truth is, I'm to blame too. It's like they're believing that blame that you've given them, and it's not justified at all. It became clear that one of the biggest blocks for the band was my relationship with Doug. And actually, that was the thing we really needed to prepare. So Doug asked if I'd go to counselling with him.
Having like one-to-one therapy with Tom, where I was like, okay, this is gonna be like... Actually, it was just like the coolest thing we've ever done.
It was just so right. We just really needed that.
And that I feel was like kind of the beginning of it, of mending our relationship.
And we literally came out of that and like, we need to get the other two in. We need to do that together, all four of us. But me and Danny aren't going to shout at each other. Harry's not going to try and control the situation. Doug's going to say how he feels. And so we did. Like a week later, we all went in with each other.
It was quite overwhelming. I felt sick. I was nervous. I was sweating.
And we were just able to have a pretty honest conversation in that session.
Just telling each other, not just how much we loved each other, how much we'd hurt each other, but in a way that wasn't shouting.
But it's an unbelievable feeling once you finish and you get it all off your chest and you understand.
I think now we have a way deeper respect for each other.
Like we came out and I was like, oh my God, why didn't we do that 5 years ago?
I think once that session was done, it was like, right, let's just get on with it now,
I was literally like a racehorse ready to go. Like I'm stuck in the cage on the, at Newmarket. Like, I'm ready to go. Let me go.
There's a kind of unspoken fifth member to this band, which is our manager, Fletch. He then sent us all a message asking if we'd all get together for dinner at this hotel. And he just went, so.
Guys, I've booked the O2. Who's in?
And it was just this surreal moment. Caught us all off guard.
Who doesn't want to play the O2?
Danny, are you in?
I'm in.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Harry, are you in?
Yeah, I'm in, mate.
Tom, are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
McFly's alive again, more than ever. It's like you've got your life back. It's a good feeling.
It's so strange because from that day on, it was like nothing had happened. To have gone through nearly losing each other, to being on stage at a sold-out O2, playing to people who cared as much about our band as we do. Like, we're back.
So why did you like to come with me? Who wants to come with us? We'll go surfing from the sun and the stars too. Why did you like to come with me? Girl, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling much better. I can't get enough of you. Galaxy Defender. Never get enough of you.
The best time I can remember being in the band is now.
It feels fresh again. It feels like something new.
Honestly, one of the most enjoyable things for our band to do is write songs at the moment.
You know, my wife says, "Oh, how was work?" I says, "Yeah, just spent all day laughing." You know,
We're just back to messing around and being us four at our best.
I love the music, I love the fans, and I love the band.
we had our first photo shoot together, 4 of us. Oh, I just feel like I've been on the edge of crying for the past hour. I guess what's making me actually upset is that first day we were back together. Like, we just spent the whole day. We just spent the whole day laughing, like crying with laughter. I can't even begin to try and put into words what this band means to me, you know.
We all needed a break from each other, and none of us knew that. But Doug knew.
Dougie did nothing wrong, and that's the biggest lesson that we've taken from this.
And looking back, that break was one of the best things we've ever done.
It's all I really know, and it's all I really want to know. I now don't really have any interest in being anything else other than Dougie from McFly.
McFly is just us four, and when we're friends, it will be there forever.
Oh, here we are.
We're going to do a very special gig for our family and friends.
I'm looking forward to the kids seeing it.
Yeah, Cooper's he doesn't know what to do.
It's his first McFly show.
It's going to be his first one.
Same for Lola and kids. Really? Yeah. I haven't told Buzz yet. He's going to be so excited.
I was there when it happened. I was there when you fell. First time that I saw you cry, the magic died as well. I remember you told me, kid, go give him hell. I was always gonna buy the dream that you were trying to sell. Just one of 1,000 people. I didn't see it before. What am I waiting for? Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. Might have wasted the tears, but I won't waste the years. Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. I have been to myself that I'm asking for help. Na 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 na. Moments after it happened, thought, okay, this is fine. Then my heart took a holiday and I was left behind. So I stayed in the shadow of who I used to be. Now I look like the person that's been walking over me. Just one of 1,000,000 people. Didn't see it before. What am I waiting for? Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. Might have wasted the tears, but I won't waste the years. Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. I admit to myself that I'm asking for help. And I feel that I could fly away, miles away. 100,000 people, scared of asking for help, for my own mental health. Had to say to myself, tonight is a night, tonight is a night. No matter wasting the tears, but I won't waste the years. Tonight is a night, tonight is a night. I admit to myself that I'm asking for help. Yeah. Na, 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 na. Oh, tonight is a night.
So obviously, the year hasn't gone to plan for anyone, and we're meant to be touring a lot this year and playing some shows. So it means so much to us to be able to play a show today for possibly the toughest audience in the world, our kids and our families, but it's extremely special. So thank you all for being here to listen to us all play. You ready for a song?
Some people laugh, some people cry, some people live, some people die, some people run right into the fire. Some people hide their every desire, but we are the lovers. I know you believe me when you look into my eyes, 'cause the heart never lies. Some people fight, some people fall, others pretend they don't care at all. If you wanna fight, I'll stand right beside you. Day that you fall, I'll be right behind you to pick up the pieces. If you don't believe me, then just look into my eyes, 'cause the heart never lies. Another year over, we're still together. It's not always easy, but my prize here forever. 'Cause we are the lovers. I know you believe me when you look into my eyes, because the heart never lies. Because the heart never lies.
The thing that we felt this incredible amount of guilt and responsibility for was that we never told anyone what was going on and didn't give the fans any explanation.
And I just want to tell the story. It's about love and heartbreak and highs and lows, and it's about dealing with those things, and that's what life's about.
The honest truth is all these things have made us stronger and better and closer. It goes deeper than just being a band. It's about brotherhood.
I have the best 3 friends in the world and best bandmates anyone could ever ask for.
I used to have sleepless nights thinking about how to write another number one. And, now what would give me sleepless nights is, worrying about my friends.
Stepping out my front door, don't know what I left for. Could have stayed in bed with you all day. I'm already calling, loving when we're talking. I just want your voice inside my brain. I never thought a guy like me would find it. I would repeat it if I could rewind it. I guess the only way I could describe it, it's like hearing a love song and jumping inside it. So this is happiness, yeah, this is happiness. If this is happiness, I don't mind having this. So this is happiness, yeah, this is happiness. If this is happiness, I don't mind having this. Got me in a bubble, oblivious to trouble. Right now there's no one else I'd rather be. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, I don't think that I deserve it. I guess there's something in me I don't see. I never thought a guy like me would find it. I would repeat it if I could rewind it. I guess the only way I could describe it, it's like hearing a love song jumping inside it. So this is happiness, yeah, this is happiness. If this is happiness, I don't mind having it. So this is happiness, yeah, this is happiness. If this is happiness, I don't mind having it. I guess the only way I could describe it, it's like hearing a love song and jumping inside it. So this is happiness, yeah, this is happiness. If this is happiness, I don't mind having this. So this is happiness, yeah, this is happiness. If this is happiness, I don't mind having this. I don't mind having this. It's all about you.
If you or anyone you know is suffering from the issues raised in Dougie's story, you can go to itv.com/advice for help and support. We're back in just a minute with the Chase Celebrity Special.
It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you.